It's still Christmas here. We have not celebrated Christmas yet in South Dakota because everybody and their mom got sick. What you're about to see is a series of events from when we started Christmas in San Diego. Yes, this is a Christmas vlog in January. I'm okay with it because I shared with you my New Year's post before this Christmas post because, well, we had a baby and lots of things have gotten in the way, and I found other videos that I wanted to post before this one. So I'm now posting our Christmas vlog, and so what you're about to see is a series of events of just us being in San Diego for Christmas, and then I'm going to Disney and up in Anaheim and lots of different things. I may or may not have to explain things throughout the video, but we'll just begin. Here we have the great-grandparents. It was their first time seeing him. Then we went shopping.
I'm probably just saying it weird.
Oh no, that's so high energy and he's just moving around, kicking around, doing all that stuff.
The eye disease.
Keep your eyes open.
Oh yeah, so we get to Mexico Road. Now it's flooding again.
We went to Cupa Cupa. I got a peppermint mocha, and they didn't have matcha tea, unfortunately. So I got a peppermint mocha. Second best. Well, I don't even know if it's the best, but it was pretty good. I was gonna say it was the second best to a matcha, but I don't even know if it's that, because matcha's always the best. But and we're on our way to Aunt Monica's wedding. It's like Ranchero is where the wedding is gonna be. Oh, that just looks so cool. No.
Continue to zoom out.
Like that? Yeah.
My favorite part is Jake, like, having a completely serious, angry face. The camera comes up, he smiles for like half a second, and then goes back to the serious.
Cute. Lake Elsinore Church, where Caleb was a PK growing up. So cool. He said that fence wasn't there when he was little. I'm seeing his church, childhood church, for the first time.
That was Braceman? Yeah, to the left. She's doing it.
You know you want to
I want to what?
sing this song.
Why would you think that?
Yeah, I know. I was waiting too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're here.
You want to sit outside?
Oh.
Anaheim In-N-Out. Do you think it's gonna taste any different than any other In-N-Out?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, he's going to the bathroom. Surprise, surprise. shirt, and she's like, "Oh, do you want hats?" I didn't buy one. I had to consult you if I could buy a hat. Or how do you feel about your new hat?
Like every hat, it's too small.
Can I see the side? That is amazing. You look so fly.
How bald does it make me look?
It doesn't. You have a lot of hair.
I think you're doing it wrong.
My hat's on backwards? Is that what you're saying? Is it on backwards? Is it in the...
No, it's in between your head. It's on your head, but I don't know. There's just something off about it.
What's off about it? Help me.
Maybe take the Carhartt off?
No.
You're so proud of yourself right now.
I am. It's a big deal. We're in California, in Anaheim, at In-N-Out. Are we like...
With Waters.
Yeah. We're healthy. Your reaction to your first ever bite. This is your first reaction to In-N-Out, right?
No, I had it like
Oh.
14 years ago.
So you're like a brand new virgin. It's like you're a virgin. In-N-Out. Lady. So are people looking at me funny because I have this hat on?
No, it looks precious.
It looks right?
Yeah, it looks really good on you.
I thought so. I wasn't questioning it. I bought a t-shirt.
You look like a cone head.
I need to hear your reaction though.
You
Take
need
in
to
your
hear it or see it.
see and hear. You dip it. No. Animal part?
I don't know. What is the animal part?
The spread.
I just know that I'm eating lettuce. It's delicious.
Oh, look at her now. Look at her now.
I'm ready.
Now she's ready to actually eat. She wasn't eating before, but now
Start my shift. Okay, here I come. I'm
it's
ready.
just spread. What does she think?
It's good. It tastes like Thousand Island.
And 100 times better, right?
Yeah. It has lumps in it.
Now this is an actual burger. This is a burger that I actually enjoy.
No, that's not a burger. That's a lettuce wrap. But this is a burger.
It's a burger. Just getting to our hotel at Disney. We're going into a castle-style hotel. How can you have Christmas trees and pine trees next to each other? So, I found your teddy bear.
The shadow of the snow Sargon. Little did Shadow know, Sargon had only taken the princess captive in hopes to capture the dragon, lock him inside a giant iron box, and sell him to a medieval circus. The very worst fate for any. Shadow became tangled in Sargon's net. Poor Shadow's shimmery white scales became bruised and broken as the struggle to free himself. The evil Sargon cast aside his heavy sword and net had gone into the iron, and just in time, it and swiftly cut the dragon free. Shadow then swatted Sargon with his powerful tail, sending him flying off through the air and into the night.
What a dad.
He just casually walks off. It's a generic room.
It's a generic room. It's princess-like.
Where's the light?
I don't know. It's a forest.
Where's the light?
It's a generic room.
I like the woods.
But look how princessy this is. You can separate it. And then
we can go out onto the patio and walk down to see the Santa Claus. What a wonderful thing they've done here. It's quite good.
oh, that's cute.
Santy.
Santi over here. You
So cute out there. Look how cute we are. Money, money, tootsie, tootsie. And it looks like a French courtyard. Don't look over there. You can see in people's rooms. Creepy. Oh, sit on Santa's lap. Wait, what?
Ho, ho, ho.
Are you calling me a hoe? Does this remind you of anything?
No.
Our honeymoon.
Oh yeah, there was a gondola there too.
Our view.
Grass.
Presents. And, I mean, other people's rooms.
The sky like an old pizza pie, that's amore.
Romantic bridge we should walk on.
Oh, this is like super steep.
Whoa.
Doesn't feel secure.
You can't tell, but we're on a bridge. Ew.
Careful walking down.
Oh my gosh, it's literally slippery. You can see it's like sparkling.
Well, that's because they have grip tape.
Oh. Cute. We did that. Aww. We're going to downtown Disney. Caleb's excited for downtown Disney. So is Wardo!
That's a great opportunity for everyone to join me, but nobody did.
Baby's excited too. Bree's excited. I don't see her outside. Oh, there she is. So you have to like pick one? Are they all the same thing? Curdy.
One, two, put it in your pocket like Everett. Yeah.
It's like you
Everett.
don't know what to do with it.
Beautiful.
Through Disney, the security, but now we're going to downtown Disney. But I guess Disneyland is to our right. It's like Wardo, Jay, Brandon's over there, and Bree, my Caleb, and Everett. You're home. How does it feel? Can we have a tour? Giving us a tour of his house.
Glad they. Oh, does it say which ones do?
Is it a full- It's one carol.
Oh,
Oh, there's multiple carols. Gordo, can you frolic for us?
What does that mean?
I want to see you frolic.
there's. Jake and Julie will.
Yeah. Yeah, they got each other.
I feel like
love your dad
it's
now.
appropriate.
I must frolic?
Yes.
But if there's no child.
Beignets from Princess and the Frog. They look like that. It reminds me of a churro or something. And we got raspberry and chocolate dipping sauce.
Okay. That makes me so much. It's a little chilly out here.
Yeah, it's not fun. That chocolate?
That's raspberry.
Trying raspberry sauce. You wanna try one? Ooh, here. Actually, raspberry was a move.
She just likes being around, like, kids.
Mmm. It's like a raspberry toaster strudel,
And now it's like to the point where she wants to be.
Okay.
like crazy. I'm trying chocolate. You try it first.
I don't know. I think the raspberry's better. Kind of.
100% raspberry's better. That tastes like,
It's just like chocolate pudding.
to me it tastes like the chocolate syrup you put.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's more like chocolate pudding taste.
No, it's good.
But it's not as good. I'd rather have the raspberry.
If you go to the beignets place in Disney, make sure you get the raspberry one. Today we're going to Disney.
Look at that face.
Of a normal building, like all the upper parts are like the windows are like 2/3 the size of a window. The stories are like 2/3 the size of a story. So they can make it so they can do more stories and look bigger.
story for you. Okay, here's what happened. So the reason I'm in a wheelchair is because I gave labor 3 weeks earlier, and so we decided I did not want to be walking a ton. The doctor had suggested don't walk a lot. So we went to go rent a wheelchair, and Caleb went to go pay for it, and I went to go stand under. It's like there's entrance to a building, and there's like a little tiny like hangover, and that people stand. It's like a brick building, right? And I went to go, and I went to go nurse Everest, and he is crying and upset, and he needs to eat, right? And so I go over there, and then there's 2 or 3 umbrellas, like big umbrellas, where people, they wheel out. Once you pay for the wheelchair, you come over, they bring the wheelchair out from in the building, and then they put it under the umbrella, and then you can go. And so I was standing, I went over there, and I just assumed it would be okay, but I just asked them, like, hey, would it be all right if I just stand here in the entryway and nurse Everett, my son? And they were like, no, this is our work area. Remember, this is Disneyland. And so then I was like, oh, okay, well then and then I just stood under the umbrella. Rain is coming down, it's coming sideways, it's very windy, it's like less than 40 or 30 degrees. Oh.
I just ruined this video. You can't keep this part.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
Yes, I can. Okay, it was like 30 or 40 degrees. It was like 30 or 40 degrees, so I'm standing there and it's freezing. And then I just start nursing him because he's crying like wildfire. So I just start nursing him, and then Caleb walks over, and I'm like, yeah, I can't nurse in the building because it's their workplace. So then, I just, you're still in the video.
Why'd you record facing this way? You keep this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
It's nostalgic, and it's just candid. So then,
Face the other way so I can get ready.
I'm standing there, and I'm just nursing, and I told him, I can't nurse in there. It's their work area. I don't know if Caleb asked me, why aren't you in there, whatever. I just said, no, we have to stay out here because it's their work area. And so then I stood there nursing, like standing, holding Everest and nursing in the freezing rain. Rain was hitting my back, and I went down to a tank top because that's basically, you have to get naked to nurse, right? So Caleb kind of stood behind me so the rain wouldn't just fly on me completely. All of a sudden, the manager, I might mess this up exactly what he said, but the manager came over and said, do you guys have a wheelchair? And Caleb, are you guys renting a wheelchair? And Caleb said, yes, right there. And he's like, okay, well, can you get in it and vacate? And Caleb said, no, we need to feed our son. And he said, well, this is not a feeding area, so I'm gonna need you to go. And Caleb said, well, as you can see, and he pointed out across the entrance of Disneyland, there was nowhere that was dry for us to feed him. It was just pouring rain everywhere. He said, do you have to feed him now? And Caleb just looked at him and said, yes. And they both stared at each other for a solid minute, which felt like an eternity. And I was like, well, let's just go. Let's just leave. And Caleb was like, no, we can feed him here. And granted, it was crowded because there was a lot more people coming, and they were putting out wheelchairs. It was crowded, but it was the only place we could feed him. And then after a while, Caleb, we were in the rain, pouring rain. We stopped feeding him after like 5 or 10 minutes, and we were just gonna go into the park. And then we were going through the park, or going through the entrance to the park. It's like a big open space if you've ever been to Disneyland, and it was pouring rain. So now I'm in the wheelchair, so I'm not covered, and I'm completely soaked, and I'm in the wheelchair, and Caleb is pushing Everest in the stroller, and I'm completely soaked, and I have like a winter jacket on. It's completely soaked. And then Caleb finds this other like entryway where it's like a brick building and there's like a bunch of people standing in there. So we go all the way to the back and we just finished feeding Everest in the wheelchair. And then and we also didn't have our tickets because everybody in our family was so excited, and they just, like, everybody can move normally. So then they just went in really fast. Well, we're slow. We had to nurse. And so everybody got carried away, and we were left outside the park. And we didn't have tickets. Like, we had bought them as a family. So then we were sitting out there with no way to get in. But then while we were feeding him later in that entryway, Caleb's sister came and got us. And then we went into the park. And this is where you see from there. But overall, it was raining and cold and dark and gloomy, and we kind of thought that I would be able to sit in the wheelchair like on a normal day in California, and if I needed to nurse him, I'd already be sitting. I could just nurse him with a cover, but that totally didn't work because it was pouring rain and he gets really cold and frustrated when he's wet and cold, so he wouldn't eat anyways, even if we tried. Plus, he was only 3 or 4 weeks old. He was like 3 weeks old. So there was just a lot of overstimulation. So it was just really hard for us being new parents and him being brand new baby at Disney. Overall, it was like a 0 out of 10 experience at Disney. But hopefully in the future, it is different. Maybe when he's a little older, he is coherent, able to understand what's happening. It will be really fun. I know it will be in the future.
Drop it down, yeah.
Cute.
Well, at least the rain's not
What's
as
that?
heavy as it was.
You guys, you guys.
All right, so. Look at your eyes.
You look like you're about to commit a crime in a superhero movie.
Dun, dun,
Oh, they're getting foggy. Are they going to
I
be
know,
foggy?
right?
They get foggy.
You come on Jake. We're gonna all meet at Rise of the Resistance. Where's Mom?
Hello.
First Disney trip. So cute. He's Disneyed out. He's all tired and stuff. Safari Park. You're so proud. You're so proud about that. You are
woke up the baby. What
so
are you doing?
proud about that. It begins. Today is the safari park. Dippin' Dots? Never.
Wow, there's a
Oh,
lot
am I
going
singing
on.
right now?
It's gonna be a great day. Come and matcha tea.
So I can't wait till I teach my kid the gangster voice.
This is a bonding moment, just like at the zoo.
Hey, Dad, what you doing?
We're getting our tickets. He's getting in the jungle spirit.
A Weema walk.
Waka.
Weema walk. It's a Weema way.
In his natural habitat.
No, it's a random stranger that she's recording.
There's no way.
Oh, I was looking at the rock. I thought it was a hippopotamus.
Look how cute they are. They're lovebirds. Look at them at the zoo. Did you know that this species is a rare commodity in today's world? The lovebirds, often seen going off into places where nobody else can find them, often being lost and found on their own, separating themselves from the group often. Only slight little laughs. Not very big laughs.
I didn't understand.
You're not laughing?
No,
It was courtesy.
It looks like a real safari for Everest in this moment that I will stack on.
Don't go into the middle of the safari without parents.
Oh, you're so sweet. Everest, Everest, I'm gonna eat you like a treat. Hi. Oh.
They may not be hanging out in the biggest number of groups, they're hanging out with other individuals. And the main way, in terms of species, there are a few lesser flamingos in there. There are two different species of pelicans out there, by the way, the great white and the Dalmatian pelican. And vultures are some of my favorite animals really in the world because they're very misunderstood, right? We kind of give them a very negative reputation based off of what their job is. Those are called the Somali wild ass, acts that you and I do. What? Yeah, look at how much longer theirs are. The difference there is in the size of this beautiful animal, in my opinion, right there.
Yeah, you never see them that big.
For joining us here and being our allies for wildlife.
The tram was amazing, and now we're going to get food. Hangout spot. Look at the view. Where we're gonna feed baby.
I'm just thinking we'll.
Hanging out with our friends. Gonna nurse him now. I bored him to sleep. As my dad said. Clarity. Go, he's hunting for the lion. And Kayla's holding up his pants. What, she looking for food? She is looking for food. This water has never been touched by human hands, and now it's been defiled.
He's got the whole world in his hands. This song is probably copyrighted. Put on something else over top of it.
Safari. We have this place in South Dakota called Bear Country where the bears and a lot of the animals can come, like wolves can come right up to your car and basically like touch your car. Oh, I have to show you this view first before I finish this story. Real life safari mountain. Anyways, the animals can go right up to your car, basically touch you or maul you or whatever. Whereas I thought that the safari was going to be the same, but there's actually like boundaries and they can't come right up to your car. But they kind of can. I mean, but there's a boundary. So it's not like in Bear Country, the bears can literally walk right past your car. And the wolves and the antelope and the elk here the giraffes can't, and all the other animals. So it's similar. I think they're posing for a picture. Out of the year right there. Look at this animal in its natural habitat. The dad.
This animal's about to go carnivorous and eat this baby.
What?
It's dinner time. They don't like going in.
Cannot physically focus on them.
I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I believe I could die, dabba dee dabba die.
Oh, Rudy?
Oh, Rudy.
So we're at Parakeet Cafe. I got a matcha. Honestly, it's not that good. I definitely like the Starbucks more, which is surprising because they usually like different coffee shops. I did not ask for the vanilla. I think that's the mistake. We also went to Salt and Straw, and they have homemade ice cream, and we got the olive oil flavor. Yeah, we definitely were super skeptical the first time when we got it, but it's actually like super creamy and buttery and soft, and it's like super rich, way richer than I thought it would be. It's like the best ice cream I've literally ever had. A lot of ice cream. I'm like an ice cream connoisseur.
You can make this easy.
Oh yeah, I could. So interesting. Is it a fruit? I don't know. Here we are at the airport in Denver. We made it home from Denver and landed in South Dakota, and we came home to this beautiful view. Incredible. It had snowed, and there was this incredible fog and just a mysterious wonder in just everywhere we looked, and the sun, and we saw sundogs. It was truly glorious, and we were so happy to be home.